Today I fucked up by forgetting about the mashed potatoes. I'm sure the title might seem like I burned some mashed potatoes, or maybe left them cooking for too long. Nope. This is a horrible story of how I really fucked up. So about 2 weeks ago, I made a delicious steak and mashed potato dinner. I always put milk, butter, cheese and cream cheese in my mashed potatoes. Smooth, potatoey heaven. After everyone was done eating, I popped the pot of mashed potatoes into the oven to keep them warm for when my boyfriend got home from work. Fast forward to yesterday. This horrible, terrible stench fills the kitchen and creeps into the living room, and finally reaches the staircase. We have no idea where it's coming from. We comb the refrigerator for any rotten food, triple check the cat litter, clean the garbage can, clean the kitchen drain and disposal, and even sniff through the dishwasher to see if we can identify the stench. Nothing. Today, I decided to make sugar cookies. Cute, right? I mix the batter, get the frosting ready to draw cute little pictures on them, and even get sprinkles out. I preheat the oven, and something tells me to check the oven to make sure there's no old pans or anything in the oven. I open the oven, and the stench was so absolutely revolting it could have cinched my eyebrows off. I begin to gag immediately at the right of a half-full pot of mashed potatoes covered in grayish-green fuzz. I stupidly left the oven open and ran to the sink where I nearly threw up. My boyfriend, who came down to see why I was howling, did throw up and barely made it to the sink, spilling it to the floor. I carried the pot outside, dumped hot water and soap in it and couldn't bring myself to do anything about it. I am afraid to go outside and retrieve it. TLDR, I left mashed potatoes in my oven for 2 weeks and the smell almost killed me. Edit, my first gold. And to think it's for my moldy potato story. Thank you so much. Heart, the pot is still outside on the porch. I'm too traumatized to do anything with it right now. I feel you. My roommate once left a crock pot of chili on the counter while we were on vacation for 2 weeks. Covered, so it stayed nice and humid. Cleaning it was truly horrifying. I refused to eat anything made in that pot in the future. But today I fucked up not about sex. Have an upvote. This happened to my stepfather-in-law, except it was with a turkey. He was scrubbing out the trash can and everything trying to find the stink, even wondered if a rodent had gotten in and died. Then he found the green fuzzy carcass in the oven. Oh, and my own story. My mom bought 2 turkeys because we did a church thing where you donate a Thanksgiving dinner to a family in need. But somehow in bring the groceries in, one of the turkeys was forgotten in the trunk. For about 2 weeks. Again with the what the hell is that smell? For 2 weeks till it's discovered. It's tossed in the trash, but it was found on a Tuesday, garbage day is Thursday. So it stunk up the garage and trash can for 2 days. Once it was finally gone, the car had a stink to it for a good couple weeks. The garage stank for over a month. Your family has horrible luck with turkeys. Lol. It really is the worst smell and it's easier than one would think to forget about something in the oven or in a car. Don't you forget about me. Username checks out. I can't believe it. Today I fucked up by watching Elo and nearly killing my BF. Obligatory, this happened yesterday afternoon. So it's definitely worth noting before I get into this that my BF, M28, and me, F24, are both very silly and enjoy running around like children and mucking around. A large part of our relationship is doing stupid things to make the other laugh. It was a glorious rainy Sunday afternoon and we decided to watch The Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring, and eat a buttload of snacks. The movie ended. It was brilliant as always, and we got into silly mode from sitting still for so long. We're on the couch, and my BF is lying down, face up you dirty dogs, with his head in my lap while I'm sitting up. He has 2 almost identical rings on each hand. In my best Gollum voice, I whisper creepily, one true ring to rule them all and my precious, and take one of his rings off, and put it on my finger. I put the ring on his earlobe. I put the ring on his nose. I put the ring on his tongue. We both start laughing at how weird it is when he starts making making weird shapes with his tongue, and I put the ring on it like a weird tongue finger. Ring falls off his tongue into his mouth. He starts choking on the ring. He jumps up, clutching his throat with his hand over his mouth. I freeze for a hot second, waiting for him to say haha got you. He sputters out, call an ambulance. Life flashes before his eyes. My brain, I have killed my boyfriend. I grab my phone and call we're in Australia. He guzzles water and swallows the ring. I am put through to the operator, who sends an ambulance and asks me questions. He is breathing fine, not vomiting, but he has a scratching sensation in the back of his throat which we're not sure about. I keep super close eye on him. He seems okay, just anxious. I am inwardly freaking out but doing my best to keep calm and focused. Paramedics come, check him out. He's fine. He's not showing any respiratory distress symptoms, so they're pretty sure it's gone into his digestive system and he'll be fine. They offer to take us to the hospital if we're still worried, but they're not. We decide to stay home, smoke a fat doobie and laugh in extreme relief. Now we have to wait for the ring to travel through the secret tunnel of Moria, to the bottommost cellar, with a detour through Colon Door and out his Eye of Sauron. And then of course, he'll need to sift through his poop to get his ring back. If anyone has any advice on how to do this, please share. Lesson learned. Also, I think we need to submit ourselves to be included on choking hazard warnings on small objects. Unsuitable for those under the age of 3, and also idiots. Too long didn't read. My BF and I watched Elot, which led to us doing Gollum impressions with his ring, and I put it on his tongue and then he choked on it and nearly died. Edit, grammar. Also will update with photo once ring is found. Update, the first quest to search for the poop has been completed, and unfortunately was not successful despite the Elot soundtrack playing while my BF fondled his poop. Also to those asking, yes, this ring has lots of sentimental value to him. We'll update again when poop ring is recovered. Final update, on the 7th poop, on the 5th day, the ring journeyed through the Eye of Sauron into our toilet bowl. Let's just say it was well embedded and took some careful extracting. He thought it was sterling silver, but obviously the fires of Mount Doom were too strong. Or perhaps it's not the one true ring after all. Also, as he was exiting the bathroom, a giant spider turned up on the back of our toilet door. Obviously Shelob trying to get her hands on the ring. Thanks everyone for your support. Good luck digging through Mount Doom. Strainer with handle, and lots of gloves. Insert each individual turd into the finger slots, tie off, and spin rapidly overhead. Turd containing the ring will be heavier, and the force will cause it to shoot out of the glove, flinging your precious out in a shit finger bolt. Plus update when you find the ring. I will. Poop or no poop? Checks his poop, no ring / Fine then, keep your secrets. All that is gold does not glitter, not all those who wander are lost. Look hard and you'll find it in the shitter. Avoid a colonoscopy at all cost. Today I fucked up by sleeping in an ashtray for 7 months. Obligatory, this has been happening over the course of a year. Let me start off by saying I am allergic to nicotine, tobacco. I found out when I was 18 at a hookah lounge when my airways became very restricted. I was eventually tested and holy shit, allergic to nicotine. My boyfriend's family, him, mother, father, and brother, all lived under one roof and 3 out of the 4 smoked cigarettes indoors. My boyfriend smoked for 10 years and has quit for the last 7 years. When we go over to his parents' house, I am always sneezing, my skin always gets a rash, and my eyes are always bloodshot. My boyfriend is now experiencing some discomfort as well now that he is no longer living in a chimney. Well, in February we had a debate on whose bed we would be bringing to the new house. We ultimately decided on his because mine had springs and he can't sleep on a bed with springs. I didn't want to take his at all. I was actually really upset that we were taking his. Mine was fucking expensive. It is 10 years old whereas mine was 2 years old. But whatever. It was easier to move his since he lived 4 miles from where we were moving into, and my mattress was about an hour from where we were moving to. We moved on and I caved. Living together has been way better than expected and we have been saving for a new mattress since we moved in. Ever since I moved in I have always felt under the weather. Stuffy nose literally 100% of the time. My stomach is always turning every single day. Headaches are non-stop. My skin has broken out quite a bit since moving in. I chalked it up to my autoimmune disorder. I will always get sick easier and it will last longer, and hit me harder. My mom has been begging me to go to a hospital for months. But you know it's America, my copay is high, and I just don't have the financial means. I have been waking up with nosebleeds every other night to the point the inside of my nose is just a bunch of scabs and they are always cracking from being so dry, so they bleed all the time. I finally went to a doctor last week. I was told I am having an inflamed reaction to something. I can't figure out what it is. I know my allergies and what I can and cannot have. Fast forward to Sunday the 22nd. We bought a brand new California King mattress. Wow, are we so happy. It is now Wednesday the 25th. My scabs in my nose are healed. My stomach is fine. My headaches are gone. My skin is clearing up more each day. I am a new person. Then it hit me. I've been sleeping in a bed that was surrounded and engulfed in cigarette smoke for the last decade. I have literally been sleeping in an ashtray and never thought about the fact that I have felt like shit for so long because of this decision. I should have kept my mattress and I would have never had to go through all this hell since February. Too long didn't read. I am allergic to nicotine and my boyfriend's family smokes indoors. We moved in together and took his mattress with us without thinking about all the smoke that has sucked its way into the mattress. I should have brought my own mattress to avoid an inflamed reaction to his mattress that lasted 7 months. Edit, I didn't expect this to blow up this way. Thanks to all who are happy about my health improving. I truly feel reborn. I can't remember the last time I was able to breathe with these. For anyone that needs a good cheap mattress, the Zinus Spa Sensations at Walmart are legit. My wife and I traveled for work for a year and a half, slept on the most incredible bed at an Airbnb one weekend, emailed the owner and yep, turns out it was from Walmart. The owner had them in all of her Airbnbs and got so many compliments that she bought one for her own bed. TBH, I wouldn't have taken anything from a house where multiple people smoke indoors. Christ. I don't judge anyone for smoking cigs, but I judge the hell out of them if they smoke indoors. You can smoke and not live in a gross house. I hated IT, but I love this man and his family. Heads up to anyone that reads this, if you get frequent nosebleed due to scabs, get a cotton bud Q-tip, put some Vaseline on it, gently apply the inside of your nose. This will feel weird but will prevent the scabs cracking and bleeding more. I went through 4 tubes of Aquaphor. It was my lifesaver. I would reapply every 5 hours. It is the only thing that kept me from not chopping my nose off. OMG. Someone else that is allergic to nicotine. I guess so much oh you are faking it crap you would not believe. Found out at 10 years/oh when my brother shared a cigarette with me that he stole from my mom. Both mom and dad smoked, eventually so did my brother and sister. My reaction is to break out in little red bumps all over my body, like I had chicken pox. But they went away the next morning. Riding in a car with 3/4 people smoking and windows up was terrible and I would have full body rash for rest of day. I would use this knowledge to get out of school about 3 times before my mom caught on. People don't get chicken pox 4 times in 1 year. Then it was off to the doctor for testing. Back in the 70s it was annoying scratch test and they didn't check tobacco until the 4th round of testing. Tried chewing tobacco once in high school. Almost died from that. Anaphylactic shock. Didn't screw with after that. Thanks for letting me know I am not alone.